All right, future nurses, welcome. Today we're jumping into a topic that is so important for your career, the world of alternative and traditional healthcare. And trust me, this isn't just some extra trivia. It's a massive part of being a culturally competent nurse who can give amazing care to literally every patient you meet.
So let me just ask you this. What happens when your patient's ideas about getting better don't quite match what's in your nursing textbook? Understanding where they're coming from isn't just about being nice. It is the absolute key to building trust and creating a real partnership with them.
Okay, so let's lock in this term, cultural competence. It's way more than just being aware of different cultures. It's the actual skill of changing how you give care to respect a patient's background. And in nursing, this is non-negotiable. It's how we fight health disparities and truly respect that being well can mean different things to different people.
So to build that competence, we've got to start at the beginning. Let's tackle the big question first. What exactly is traditional medicine? Well, the World Health Organization gives us a really great official definition. See, it's not just a bunch of random old-timey remedies. It's the entire body of knowledge and skills from a culture passed down for generations, all with the goal of keeping people healthy and treating sickness. That gives us a really solid framework to work with.
Now, here's a number that might surprise you. A whopping 80% of the entire world's population uses some form of traditional medicine. Think about that. This is not some niche little topic. It's a global phenomenon, and you are absolutely going to see it in your practice.
So, how is it different from the conventional medicine you're studying day in and day out? Well, while conventional medicine is very science-focused and biomedical, traditional medicine is often more holistic. And here's the biggest difference. It often includes spirituality right alongside physical healing. It's about treating the whole person, not just the disease. To really get a feel for this, let's go on a quick world tour of some of these complete medical systems. You'll see they each have their own philosophy, their own way of diagnosing things, and their own set of treatments. Our first stop is India, home of Ayurveda. This is an incredibly ancient system of medicine that goes back thousands of years and has become really popular all over the world.
So the whole idea behind Ayurveda is balance. It's all about finding harmony between the mind, the body, and the spirit. It's based on ideas like the 5 elements of nature and that everything in the universe is connected. It also talks about these life forces called doshas, which are basically the core energies that shape a person's health. It's a really deep, holistic way of looking at wellness.
And how do they achieve that balance? Well, treatments usually involve things like an internal cleansing process, very specific diets, herbal medicines, massage, and of course, practices you've probably heard of like yoga and meditation. It's all about restoring that natural harmony.
Okay, tour continues. Next up, China, the birthplace of traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM. This is another incredibly rich and complex system that's been developing for literally thousands of years.
I bet you've heard of some of these practices. We're talking acupuncture, the graceful movements of Tai Chi and Qigong, and a massive collection of herbal remedies. Seriously, we're talking about more than 11,000 types of plants. It's incredible. And this stuff has gone global. TCM is now practiced in over 183 countries. And what's really cool is that it's being seriously studied right alongside Western medicine for things like managing pain from cancer treatments or even using Tai Chi as a different option for cardiac rehab. All right, let's keep moving. Now we're in Japan, looking at a system called Kampo. What's so fascinating about Kampo is that it actually grew out of traditional Chinese medicine, but it's evolved into its own unique thing, a really interesting blend of ancient and modern. Kampo is such a great example of an integrated system. Kampo medicines are often prescribed right alongside modern treatments, like chemo and radiation. And this is a perfect reminder for you. This is exactly why it's so important to ask your patients about every single supplement or remedy they're taking to ensure their safety. Now, another practice you might have heard of from Japan is Reiki. It's a bit different from the Kampo system, but it's also a form of healing. It's all about energy.
A practitioner channels healing energy through what are called chakras, or energy centers in the body, trying to fix imbalances that could be causing problems. Now, obviously, our tour can't hit every single spot, but there are a few other major systems worth knowing. There's Unani medicine, which has roots in ancient Greece and is big in South Asia. There's naturopathy from Europe, which is all about the healing power of nature. And homeopathy from Germany, based on that idea of like cures like. It's just a huge, diverse world of different healing philosophies out there. Okay, after our whirlwind world tour, let's bring it all back home. Because of immigration and traditions that have been here for centuries, many of these healing practices are happening right here in the US, alongside very important indigenous practices. Just take a look at these population numbers. This amazing diversity means that your patients are going to walk into your clinic or hospital room with health beliefs from Asia, from Latin America, and from right here in North America with indigenous traditions. From many traditional Native American communities, you can't separate spiritual health from physical health. They're one and the same. And healing isn't just for one person, it's about the whole community. You'll see practices and ceremonies that involve prayer, music, storytelling, and the use of sacred items and places to bring about wellness. Wow, okay, so we have covered a ton of ground. Now let's get to the most important question. How do you take all this information and actually use it? Let's do a quick check on a couple of things to see how this all connects back to what you'll be doing as a nurse. All right, pop quiz. Which of these are common practices in traditional Chinese medicine? Take a look. Okay, you ready? If you picked acupuncture and herbal remedies, you're right on the money. And yeah, things like Tai Chi totally fall under those diet and exercise philosophies. Great job. Okay, one more for you. Which Japanese health practice did we talk about that grew out of TCM and mixes the old with the new? I'll give you a second. And the answer is Compo! You guys are nailing this! Look, just being able to recognize these different practices is a huge first step to becoming a culturally competent nurse. But your learning is really just getting started. If you found this explainer helpful, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe for more videos made just for nursing students like you. And hey, don't forget to check out the links in the description below for our summarized NCLEX revision books.